Hello there. Yes, it is always so jolly good to see you. How have you been keeping? I trust those spectacles and hearing implements are serving you well. Well, you do look quite dashing in your new spectacles, and your hearing implement is practically undetectable. Are you finding life to be a whole lot more wholesome and fun? Yes, I knew that it would be. So, today you are volunteering for yet another Dr. Hastings study. This time we will be treading over familiar ground. I will be performing some observation tests on you, ones you are very, very familiar with by now, in hopes to refine my techniques of observation in what I like to refer as a physical exam. Now, in my romanticized version of the world, in years to come, long after I am gone, I would love to see these physical exams implemented into everybody's day-to-day life. You would get a physical examination every year, and during that physical examination, the doctor would be able to detect various illnesses, defects, or anything causing strain or difficulty to that person's life. Imagine what we could achieve if prevention was more important than cure. Why, we could detect diseases, we could detect a whole manner of different ailments that could be eradicated so quickly and give people a longer lease of life, live longer, and do much more. But anyway, I do romanticize. So, allow me to begin, as always, with some simple medical history questions. Now, by now, you will be very, very familiar with these questions. And again, I have kept your records on file here in my medical journal. So all I need to do is cross-reference those details to what you have given me in the past. Now, this is very, very important because in future I see medical records being very, very important. Just imagine being able to know everything that you've ever experienced medically, every illness you've ever had, every injury you've ever had since birth. Imagine the information that could be gathered from such a document, and the cross-referencing and conclusions and hypotheses that you could draw about a person from just studying their medical history. It's quite fascinating. And we've made a start with you. So, first, may I ask you to confirm your full name, please? Yes. I suspect that this will be an important part of the physical examination. I can imagine that many people would pretend to be others, or their identities mixed up. How many people do you know with a similar name to yourself, or the same name? Yes, quite right. And when were you born? That's right. Now, are you taking any tinctures, any salves, anything that you may have purchased at the apothecary? I see. And what do you take that for? I see. Okay. Has that been going on for quite a while? I see. Well, that's very good and important to note. So does that particular ailment come with any symptoms? I see. Right. Does that happen quite frequently? And anything else related to that? And do you experience any pain with that at all? I see. Okay. And do you experience any pain for other ailments that you might be experiencing? I see. So hands and feet, cold weather. I see. And just checking the number of siblings you have, and your parents' cause of death. That's right, that's what I've got to. Have you had any illnesses in the past year? Maybe a cold of the head. Yes, around winter time. How long did that last, approximately? Did you have a cough? I see. You still have the cough. Okay, I need to make a note of this. It's worse at night. Okay. Okay, we'll look into that as we go through the examination. Now, what do you eat on a daily basis? Yes, I say food is quite hard to come by these days. Okay, and you only have one meal a day, and that's typically in the morning? I see, so there's no set time. Okay. And alcohol. I know you partake frequently in alcohol, and I don't think you were quite honest with me how frequently last time, so please do allow me to divulge that information to me. Right, that's more like it. Okay. And do you smoke tobacco? In a pipe. Okay. And what is your occupation? Is it the same as last time? You see? And tricky question, do you know how much you weigh? I see. About how many potato sacks would you say as a reference point? Alright. I can work that out in my head, don't worry. And what do you say your height was? Yes, I would agree with that, yes. Alright. So that is all of our medical history up to date for you. Jolly good. Okay. So the first test, I'm going to just take a look all over from your head to the tips of your toes. No, you don't need to undress. That's perfectly fine. I'll just be looking at the exposed parts of your skin, like your face, your hair, your nails and hands for now. So, if you permit me to come close to you. Wonderful. So we start with your face. How long have you had this redness here in the cheeks? I see. Occupational hazard. Does it bother you? Does it itch or anything? Alright. And I see your nose is quite congested here. Okay. I see. And the dryness of your lips. Yes. Do you drink enough tea? I see. Okay. I see. Now, your hair. Have you had lice? I see. Yes, I can see a few crawling around in the scalp here. Yes, I would get that sorted out if I were you. Lice are no joke, and it can cause a lot of discomfort, unnecessary discomfort. Okay, so skin appears to be quite pale, dark circles under the eyes. Yes. Now with your occupation, are you in the sun a lot? I thought so, no. Now, as much as others may disagree, the sun is quite good for you. It allows you to feel more energized and vibrant and a lot more productive too. So it's very important. So if you're working in the darkness a lot, no wonder you're looking quite pale and out of sorts. Alright. And now may I take a look at your hands? Yes, working hands. Very dry and rough. I see you bite your nails, yes. Okay, your hands aren't the cleanest, I will say. Remember that if you're touching dirty objects, mud, coal, dust, soot, and then eating something with those hands, you'll be ingesting and eating those foreign objects and debris. Not good for the constitution. Now you said you had pain in your hands. Could you just form a ball for me in your hands? Yes, does that hurt? Okay, I can see the knuckles are swollen. Only on some fingers. I will have to look into that and consult my medical journals to see what could be causing that. I see a lot of my elderly clients have the same ailment. Okay. Good. Alright, so next I'll be using my hearing trumpet to just listen to your heart and listen to your lungs. Yes, amazing and fascinating how such a simple implement and instrument can be used to hear inside of the body. Quite fascinating, yes. Alright, so I'm going to be listening to your heart first. Do you know of René Laennec? Yes, well, he was the person that invented this wonderful device, and quite by accident. He rolled up a sheet of paper to put it to one of his patients' chest. And from what he heard, he was amazed that he could hear the heart beating in the person's chest, and the lungs inflating and deflating. And he went on to create this and correlate the sounds that he heard to various problems in the body. Fascinating, yes. Now your heart I've listened to. Now I need to listen to your lungs. And all you have to do is breathe normally. It's as simple as that. Just breathe in and out. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Alright. Now I'll be doing the same, but I want you to take a deep breath in and hold it when I tell you to, okay? Deep breath in and hold, and exhale. Wonderful. Deep breath in and hold, and exhale. Your lungs don't sound all that wonderful, if I'm honest. It might have something to do with that cough. I'll have to look into it. So, next, I would like you to stand up and walk from one end of the room to the other in your normal style of walking. Yes, whenever you're ready. And back again. Wonderful. Yes, you can sit back down. That's perfect. So, next I'll be looking into your eyes. Now you must be quite familiar with this part of the examination, as we fitted you for spectacles not long ago. That's right. Now I'd like you to take off your spectacles, if that's okay. I need to check your eyes without them on. Right, thank you very much. First, let's look with the reaction to the light. Yes. And has the pain gone in your eyes since wearing spectacles? Yes, I thought it would. That's jolly good. Let's have a look just a little bit closely on the eyes. Yes. see. Yes, very good. Close your eyes really tight for me and open very, very wide. Very good. Now just follow the tip of my finger. Jolly good. And again. Jolly good. And just follow the finger with your eyes. Yes, very good. Very good. Now can you tell me if my finger is wiggly? How about now? Now, 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 and now. How about now? Very good, very good, wonderful, wonderful. Now, I would like to just test your hearing, but yes, I know that you have a hearing implement in, so I'd like you to remove that for me. Yes, oh yes, you can put your spectacles back on, that's absolutely fine. We don't need to test the eyes any more than that. So, yes, wonderful. Now I do appreciate that you've had your hearing tested quite thoroughly, so this will be very superficial. I'll be using the tuning forks. And again, like last time, I would like you to tell me when you stop hearing the ringing of the tuning fork. Alright, here we go. About now, okay. About now. About now. About now. Jolly good. And now a tuning fork a little bit higher in pitch. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Jolly good. Okay. Next, I would like to look inside your mouth. Could you give me a big, wide grin? Yes. Yes, I see. And open your mouth. Yes. Stick out your tongue. I see. Okay. And just close your mouth and suck in your cheeks. Bite down very hard. Open your mouth. Okay, yes, close your mouth. I noticed that you don't have many teeth. Yes, I see. Do you find eating is quite a problem? You get by, I see. Well, I may have some suggestions for you to make your life a lot better and to help with more of the aesthetic side of your smile, but we'll come on to that a little bit later. Now I just would like to feel your stomach. I'm just going to be pressing on your stomach here. Now, does this hurt? Yes, I can see you're in a little bit discomfort there. How are your bowel movements? Ah, I see. That may have something to do with your teeth if you're not digesting your food properly. I see. And how long has this issue with the bowel movements been going on? I see. Where do you get your water from when you are at home? The pump. Okay. Do you drink tea? Do you boil your water first? And you don't experience any of the pains when you drink the tea? All right. I see. Well, I'll keep a note of that. Maybe that's something we can look into. But I definitely think we should start at the mouth for those digestive problems. And now the last test is the smell identification test. Do you remember that from last time? Yes. So here I have a couple of different scents because from last time we discovered that you couldn't recognize one of them. So I made sure that this time you would be familiar with them. Yes, okay. What might that be? Yes, that is tobacco. Well, it's actually tobacco leaf in water. But yes, tobacco, well done. And what might this be? Yes, it might smell like your wife's cosmetics. What do you think it might be? That's right, rose water. Very well identified. Okay, so based on my findings, I have actually come to some conclusions about your health, with some general recommendations, which of course you don't have to take on board, but it may actually prolong your life just a fraction and improve your daily wellness, improve your energy levels, and help with day-to-day activities. So firstly, I believe that you may have the onset of gout. You drink frequently, you smoke tobacco, your diet is full of greasy food, and all of these contribute to the development of gout, which I believe you have. Now it is jolly hard to treat once left to fester, so what I will do is I'll prescribe you some tinctures to help get rid of it. However, I think a change in your habits and your diet will greatly improve this ailment. Now, that is easier said than done, so I would start with something simple, maybe not the alcohol to start with, maybe just the tobacco to start with. You could cut down one day and do that for maybe 4 weeks. then 2 days for another 4 weeks, 3 days for another 4 weeks, and so on and so forth, until you are not smoking as much or drinking as much if you choose to do it that way. Very, very gradually. Now, I was quite concerned about what I heard in your lungs, particularly also since you said that you have had a cough. Now, I didn't ask, have you ever brought up blood when you were coughing? I see. Well, in that case, I believe you possibly have the start of consumption. Now, don't worry, there are places where you can go and be treated for it. It is a jolly long procedure, I will say, and it is quite a rough old illness to contract. But without proper tests and proper equipment that I don't have here, I cannot be 100% certain that is what you have. Now, I would advise you to keep an eye on it and come back to me should you be coughing up more blood. And I suspect that if you don't, then it may heal itself of its own accord. But please do come back to me if your symptoms get any worse. And again, smoking will definitely, stop smoking will definitely help the discomfort that you may feel and would alleviate some of the coughing completely. Now, it also could be a factor of your workplace environment too. Is it quite dusty and smoky? I see. So there's other factors that could play into it, so I don't want to give you such bad news without giving and doing a proper test. But we'll see how that develops. So once again, thank you so much for volunteering. It is actually quite fascinating to observe your health as each time we see each other. And yes, don't be concerned about anything that I've said. Again, these are recommendations, not demands. So you are free to do as you wish. So yes, your money is over by the door as always, and I will see you next time. Take care. Cheerio.